enjoy your time, and let's kick off a very promising week in exactly 8 minutes time. Welcome to one of the most prestigious settings in the world of show jumping, here Club Hípico La Silla for Concurso de Salto La Silla 2026. We are now 4 minutes away, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, before the start of our two-star, two-phase competition. Normal two-phase format for around about 80 combinations, 80 participantes en esta prueba para los 2 estrellas. Bienvenidos a todos los jinetes por aquí en Monterrey para el concurso de Salto la Silla en Monterrey 2026. Welcome to the Major League of Show Jumping final here at Club Hípico La Silla, and a promising 5-star and 2-star week. And it's a 2-star series that are going to be kicked off in a few moments' time. 1:35 normal two-phase with a time allowed of 53 and 30 seconds. 53 e 30 segundos tiempo nella primera e la seconda fase. Concurso de Gregory Baudot, Marco Beres, Benjamin Fernandez, Romain Cordier, and Domingo Martinez and their entire team. They are the architects behind this very first track of the week. A total of 12 number of obstacles and a double combination in both the first and second phase. 6A and B, 9A, B as well to overtake in this course from the hand of Gregory Bodo, Olympic course designer for this week for the Major League of Show Jumping final in Monterrey for 2026. The first time ever that we're hosting at Concurso de Salto da Silla, the final of the Major League. It's the most important event in Mexico since the Olympic Games of Mexico City in 1968. So it is
We have a new leader right now.
Monterrey. Nuestra primera prueba de hoy será la prueba con dos fases normal, dos fases para los dos estrellas, un 35 con 80 participantes, 80 combinations in this two-star, two-phase 135. We are set. We are set, ladies and gentlemen, for 80 combinations in this two-phase, two-star competition course from the hand of Gregory Bodo and his team. Time allowed once again of 53 and of 30 seconds, 53 30 segundos, tiempo en la primera y segunda fase. Primer jinete on pit stop, first to go, is joining us in the shape of Ping Pong LS. As Ignacio Barrero, our opening round in this two-phase competition for Ecuador para Ecuador. Jinetes el primero. First to go is Ping Pong LS. Ping Pong LS, a gelding La Silla breeding of Casal and Chapultepec La Silla. That's 4 faults, 4 penalties in the second phase for Ignacio Barrero. Ping Pong LS, 4 faltas en la segunda fase, 24:68. Time in the second phase is 24.68 and a 4 for Ping Pong LS. Our second to go, second joining us in this two-phase competition is Andrés Azcárraga, representado México en esta prueba para los dos estrellas con Draco SDN This Draco is 11 years of age. It's a stallion combining the genes of Balou Bedurube and Toulon. Now to our second to go, número 2 en pista, Andrés Azcárraga para México. Four faults, so 4 penalties in the first phase, 4 faltas en la primera fase, 52.71 segundos, 52.71 time allowed is 53, so that's all okay, but it's 4, I'm afraid, in the first phase for Draco. Draco SRN Andrés Azcárraga para México con 4 faltas. And there goes the bell, the beautiful traditional bell of La Silla for our third combination, número 3 en pista para México también. José Antonio Chedraui y Isabella de Vesquerie is a French bred, strong self-concept breeding and married by Augryon de Champs, Chaco Rouge and Diamant de Semei, and a dam to this horse is a sister to Fleur de Vesquerie of Leonora Johansson, jumped 150 Grand Prix. This is our third to go, looking for the first double clear. Cero faltas, 0.25.72, 25.72, and our first double clear in this two-phase, two-star competition. Great round from Isabella de Vesquerie. Cero faltas en la segunda fase también, 25.72 para José Antonio Chedraui, México for the home nation this week during Concurso de Salto La Silla, the Major League final week here in Monterrey. Our fourth combination now is RMF Balunushki. That is Tony Stormans for Germany joining us for Deutschland. Number 4 is in the arena. And this RMF Baluwinski is a Westfaler bred, son of the great Baluz Bellini and Kornet Obolensky. Our fourth to go. The challenge is now 25.72 for Germany's Tony Stormans for Deutschland. And that is a clear. Fehlerfrei und im Zeit. Deutschland, der Toni Stormans und RMF Baluwinski. A double clear. Zero faltas para Toni Stormans. 26 segundos. 26.20 for Germany, Deutschland. This is number 5 in the form of King Louis. That's right, of José Antonio Chedraui, representando México en este breve para los dos estrellas. José Antonio Chedraui, King Louis, an offspring gelding Oldenburger, bred by Sandokan out of Luxano and Landadel. This is King Louis para México. José Antonio Chedraui, number 5, number 5 in our two-phase, two-star competition. That's for full set combination fans just starting in the second phase. For penalties there for José Antonio Chedraui and for King Louis de Sandokan Luxano gelding 53 y 4 faltas en la segunda fase, 4 faults in the second phase. And here is now our sixth contender. The challenge is 25-7-2 from Isabelle de Vesqueret, and this is Shakigi PSC, bred by Paul Schockemüller, an 8-year-old in the arena. And it's Chacum Blue Quintessence Z-Jeans with Shakigi PSC. Para Argentina número 6, Juan Bautista Virtuti Hortas y Shakigi PSC. Zero, beautiful clear from the hands of Juan Bautista Virtuti Hortas and Chagigi PSC, the Chacum Blue, bred gelding 22 seconds exactly. 22 segundos y Cerro Valdez en primer lugar, Argentina y Juan Bautista Virtuti Hortas. And now to our next contender for the home nation of Mexico. Para México, número 7 es Dragon du Rouvet. Dragon, a stallion that is Belgium bred actually by Diamant de Semilly and Balou du Rouvet. Dragon du Rouvet, that's right now of José Antonio Bearta Uribe. Dragon du Rouvet representando México. El tiempo de Juan Bautista Virtuti Hortas es de 22 segundos, 22 seconds is 2 beats. The final fence of the first phase goes down as well for a total of 8 faltas. En la primera fase 47-27 inside the time allowed, but it's a score of 8 as final fence comes down as well for Dragon du Roubaix, the stallion by Diamond du Semi and Balube du Roubaix, José Antonio Bayarte Uribe, Dragon du Roubaix con 8 faltas. And this is now a Jack in the arena in the most beautiful main ring in the concurso de Salto La Silla Club Hípico La Cita, the stage for this major league final this week. This is Ecuestre now, and Jack is 12 years of age, and it's Dutch bred, KWPM bred is the Quasimodo van de Molendreef out of Indoctro. Cassidy Rain for Canada number 8 is now on course. That's a beautiful clear from Jack and from Cassidy Rain. Cero faltas, cero en la segunda fase también 24-11, 24-1 seconds, and a beautiful double clear performance. Goes into second position for Canada's Cassidy Rain and Jack. This is now Zambas. Zambas di Campalto is combining the strong genes of Toulon, of Donzo and Guernica and Narcos second. This gelding in the combination with our ninth to go. Número 9 en pista en este breve para los dos estrellas es Francisco Pascal para México y Zambas di Campalto. Over the final fence in 21.27 seconds, a great time. But then it's a 4, I'm afraid. 4 faltas, 4 para Francisco Pascal y Zambas di Campalto. 21-27 segundos, 21-7. So that time of Juan Bautista Brito Hortas is beatable indeed. And well, now this is our next combination. Joining us, Valenda is in the arena. Valenda is 11 years of age and is bred by Indoctro. And Juliani is Natalia Laine Medina para Mexico. Number 10 now. And Valenda to beat is 22 seconds exactly. Time to catch. $45.78, and that's 4 faults in the first phase, 4 faltas en la primera fase para México, Natalia Laine Medina y Valenda. A score of 4 in the first phase. Fence 5 comes down in this track, set by Gregory Bodo for our 2-star 135 challenge. And now to Carabella. Carabella is in the arena now on our beautiful holy grass of Monterrey. Héctor Carolenes con Carabella, número 11 en pista. El tiempo de Juan Bautista es de 22 segundos, still 22 seconds to beat for Carabella, the Carresini El Ramiro Z bred mare, 12 years of age. Clear all the way for Carabella, Carabella y para México. Héctor Carolina, 0 faltas, 24:42 segundos. Now we welcome Alejandro. Alejandro Kennegot Liboda and Tizian. It's Tizian 79 now. The Holstein gelding, a son of Toulon Cassini Heinz and Coriano Z. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a brother to Caracas. Caracas 105 jumped and won Grand Prix with Hannes Alman on 150 level. This Tizian 79. Toulon Cassini Heinz y para Brasil número 2 Alejandro Kennegot Liboda, number 12 in our 2-star 135. 4 faults in the first phase for Alejandro Kenneth Gottlieb Bodan, Tizian 79 for penalties in 51.28, 4 faltas in la primera fase, 4 faults there for Tizian 79 by Toulon and Alejandro Gottlieb Bodan. And there goes the bell for our next contender. We have some of the very best riders from around the world for this week's Major League final, including the Olympic champion from Paris 2024. Christian Koekoek is joining us with his lovely 8-year-old Dutch-bred mare by Aganix du Seigneur and Zento. This is Navarrete and Christian Koekoek for Dutchland. Four faults in the second phase for this combination of Red and Christian Koekoek via 4 punten inside. For Dutchland, 4 faults only for 25.19. Red and Christian Koekoek. Juan Bautista Bididortas is leading the dance in this early stage in 22 seconds flat. And this is now our number 15, the numero 15, pista Patricio Pasquel montando Durango PSC. Durango is bred by Gestudlewitz. It's a Diaron OLD Balubet Durbe Chaco Blue Offspring. And it's a stallion out of the same dam that gave Corlou PSC of Caroline Mulle and Dreambreaker of François Xavier Boudon. And the great granddam is the iconic Centina of Tina Lund. Well, this is Durango PSC y para México. Bienvenido Patricio Pasquel, Durango PSC. That's 4 faults, 4 faults in the first phase for Durango PS and Patricio Pasquel, 4 faltas. La primera fase en esta prueba para los dos estrellas, 4 penalties, concluding in the first phase in the 51-32. And so it's 22 seconds to be the time of Juan Bautista Piritu Hortas and Chakigi PSC. With now the company of Anushka Gerber and Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks is bred by Toulon Converter 1 en Voltaire. Y número 16 para Ecuador for Ecuador riding is Anushka Gerber and Tyra Banks. Deciding to retire, se retira Tyra Banks, Anushka Gerber, retiring in this competition for our two-star riders in the 135 Two Phase. Fire CVNZ. CVN is referring to the Van Nuland family as breeders of this Zangerzijde gelding by Floristi and Murano and Raymond. And it's once again a proven 160 dam line with Fire CVNZ, Zangerzijde Jeans and Juan Ignacio Walker Cerda Fire CVNZ para Chile numero 17, number 17 in our two-phase competition. Four faults, four penalties in the first phase. One fence goes down there for Fire CVNZ. This 12-year-old Zangerzijde gelding in 50.06. Cuatro faltas, 5.06 segundos para Fire CVNZ de Juan Ignacio Walker para Chidi, número 17 en esta prueba para los dos estrellas. And there is our next combination, number 18. As Juan Bautista Piritu Hortas is leading, Gasti Rain sits in second, and Hector Carolin is into third. Our podium at the moment in this two-star class. And Charles the third is sitting in combination of Juan John Perez Bomb. It's number 18, le numéro 18, John Perez Bomb, and Charles the third to the stallion by Czech Fly PS. The up-and-coming German talent and the messenger, número 18, para Colombia, John Perez Bomb, Charles the third. And it's all for jumping and one for time as well. 12 faltas y uno por exceso de tiempo también para John Perez Bombi Charles III in 53.78. 12 for jumping and one for exceeding the time allowed in the first phase in 53.78. And for you now, number 19 in the colors of the home nation para México, número 19 Francisco Mendoza y Jericho de Nantuel. That's a self-bred stallion, son of the great Diamant de Semeilly. The dam is Shiva de Nantuel and Shiva is by Balube du Roubaix. Francisco Mendoza, México y Jericho de Nantuel for the home nation, number 19. Now the four faults in the second phase there for Francisco Mendoza, Jericho de Nantuel, this French-bred stallion by Diamant de Semeilly, 4 faults, 4 faltas en la segunda fase, en bien dice 52 para Francisco Mendoza. Origi van Dingenshof, ladies and gentlemen, is Belgian bred, was bred by Jacques Vermeulen and is a son of Thunder van de Zuidhoeve. The dam has jumping experience too and is a sister to Taura van den Broekamp, to 1160 Grand Prix with Joy Lammerts from the Netherlands. This is Jimena Casejoni de Origi van Dingenshof, numero 21 para Guatemala for Guatemala riding. Jimena Casejoni de Origi van Dingenshof as next to go. That's the end of the game, I'm afraid, after the first phase, as there is a 4 for jumping cuatro faltas en la primera fase para Jimena y Origi van Dingenshof, 59 segundos, 4 faults in the first phase, and then there is a bell of the jury after fence number 8, 51.59 for Origi van Dingenshof, the Belgian warm blood. Dogo Santa Rosa, Mexican breeding at its best with Carresini L as a sire to this 9-year-old. Dogo Santa Rosa, Carresini L combined with Yoga Santa Rosa and Eldorado from the Zesuk. This is now Dogo Santa Rosa. Y para México for the home nation, Patricio Pascal, número 23, number 23, still to beat a time of Juan Bautista Birito Hortas, 22 seconds flat. The final fence goes down for 4 penalties, I'm afraid, for Patricio Pasquel and Dogo Santa Rosa. 4 faltas, 4 la segunda fase, 19 segundos, 22:19 was a very good time, but then 4 at the final fence for Patricio Pasquel and Dogo Santa Rosa. And from Dogo Santa Rosa to Santa Rosa Fidel, for you the stallion bred by Diego du Point du Jour and Balou du Roubaix. It is number 24 now with Carlos Rodolfo Molina Gordillo. Santa Rosa Fidel para Mexico for Mexico. That's 4 faults, 4 penalties for Carlos Rodolfo Molina Gordillo, Santa Rosa Fidel, con 4 faltas en la primera fase, 52-67, en esta prueba para los dos estrellas. The start of our Major League final this week, and the 2-star series as well. For now, our next combination, it is for the Netherlands riding Charlotte van Bremen and Dalens. Dalens DSH-Z is 9 years young. It's a mare bred by the Great Dominator 2000Z, and out of Kazal, this is interesting breeding. Dalens DSH-Z, Charlotte van Bremen, Nederland nu aan zet, representing the Netherlands. A beautiful clear, 0 faltas para Charlotte van Bremen. Dalens DSH-Z 23:43 seconds into second position for the Netherlands, Charlotte van Bremen. Op een tweede plaats 23:43, Charlotte van Bremen. Carlos Guerreiro is with us as well this week here in Monterrey at the Club Hípico La Silla, the stage for one of the most important weeks in the Mexican world of show jumping. This is H5 Ceylon Island, the Holsteiner by Clarimo and Carretino, one of the best as well from Mexico para Mexico, as Carlos Guerreiro. Se retira nella seconda fase, deciding to retire in the second phase for Mexico for the home nation. It was Carlos Anguereiro and H5 still on island by Clarimo and Carretino para Mexico. Se retira. This is number 27, who can catch 22 seconds platform, Juan Bautista Piruti Horta, so maybe Jorge Mena Carrillo and Balzac de Telema. It is a Mexican rider with a French horse. It's a French son of Katoki and Cento de Dem. To Balzac de Telema is Reggae de Telema para Mexico, número 27, Jorge Mena Carrillo, y Balzac de Telema is now on track. Cero faltas, 22-21 segundos en segundo lugar para México, Jorge Benacarillo y Balzac de Telema claiming second position on our podium at this stage in our two-star 135 challenge. This is a DMS Mentor now in the arena. This is an offspring by Montebello La Silla, and the dam is named Celeste. Celeste leads us to Cassini Strong La Silla breeding with a 13-year-old DMS Mentor, Rodolfo Gomez. Número 28, number 28, riding for Mexico, representando México. Cero falta, cero también, 25.98, 25.98, and that is a double clear 7th position at the moment for Rodolfo Gomez and DMS Mentor. But our podium in the colors of Argentina, Mexico, and the Netherlands with Juan Bautista Piruti Hortas, Jorge Mena Carrillo, and Charlotte van Bremen. This is now Cubertus. Cubertus in combination with Gabriel Eduardo Nasser Barroso. This Cubertus. We we were just testing you. It is number 30. It is number 30 now, Josefa and Benjamin Romo come to. Number 30 is now next to go in our competition for the 2-star riders. So to beat is 22 seconds exactly. Best of luck to Josefa by Tenor and Corland. That's 4 faults there, 4 penalties for Josefa. Benjamin Romo Cantu, 49-58 en la primera fase, 4 faltas, 4 faults in the first phase. Juan Bautista Pidudo Hortas is leading with Chakigi PS in 22 seconds flat. Mexico in second, Jorge Menacarillo, Balzac de Telma. And the Netherlands sitting in third. Nederland op het brons, Charlotte van Bremen en Netherlands DSH-Z. And this is now number 31. This is as O'Neill van het Zijp and Felipe Amaral are next to go. This S. O'Neill van het Zijp is a son of Minuteman, the great Minuteman, sire to S. O'Neill van het Zijp and Pelot Blue Felipe Amaral para Brasil. There is just one for time, I'm afraid, in the first phase. Uno por exceso de tiempo en la primera fase. 53-65, one time fault only. Remembering the time loud of 53 seconds in the first phase. And it was 53-65 for S. O'Neill van het Zijp. And Felipe Amaral para Brasil. Uno por el tiempo, un point pour le dépassement du temps pour le Brésil. Et maintenant, c'est Eduardo Pereira de Menezes Armenteros Z. That is the rides. Deze zanger zei de offspring, een 9-year-old. Dus Armenteros Z by Ganix du Seigneur en Y van de heffing. Eduardo Pereira de Menezes para Brasil. Mais aussi pour le Brésil avec Armenteros Z. Retiring aim the second phase for Armenteros Z se retira en esta prueba para los 2 estrellas. La segunda fase, Eduardo Pereira de Meneses con Armenteros Z. And this is now a number 33. It is Cabalcon PS. Another lovely offspring bred by Paul Schockemeulen. Cabalcon by Caballero, Contargos and Chaco Bloom. And then to this lovely Oldenburger gelding is a full sister to Kiddingstown, Scholars Joker, who jumps Grand Prix with Hillary Scott in the US. Javier Morer-Bush and Cabalcon PS para México, número 33, number 33 is next to go. That's 4 faults at the final, fans. I'm afraid for Cabalcon PS 4 faltas 4 viendidos 40 segundos para Javier Morera y Cabalcon PS. 4 faults, I'm afraid, at that final obstacle. This is now number 34. This is Zar Elite. Zar Elite LS is bred by Zar La Escondida and Grand Step Mexican breeding at its best with a 10-year-old Zar Elite LS. This is now Valentin Marcelo Treviño Correa y Zar Elite LS. Número 34. Tiempo de Juan Bautista Vidudo Huertas es de 22 segundos, 22 seconds is the reference. Oh yes, our new leader. En primer lugar, 0 faltas de 21.83, 21.83 seconds. And leading the standings is Valentin Marcelo Treviño Correa and Zar Elite LS. That is now to be the new challenge of 21.83, 21.83. But that is destiny that is Destiny, is by the legendary Comme Il Faut out of Casino and Akkoord 1. Was bred in Germany, was bred by Lisa Frobeck, that is Destiny. This is now Nicole Velasco Magana, and that is Destiny, number 35 for Mexico, representado Mexico. That's a fall, I'm afraid, for Nicole Velasco Magana, and that is Destiny. A fall, I'm afraid, means the elimination. We hope that everything is all right, but luckily our medical and veterinarian teams are always on standby for the first and best care. But it's a fall, I'm afraid, for Nicole Velasco Magana, and that is Destiny. This is now number 63. Our next combination is Comme Il Faut. It is Juan Ignacio Walker Cerda Comme Il Faut. That is the right. This lovely combination of the genes of Comme Il Faut. Comme Il Faut this time combined with Zercarola and San Patriano Corrado. It is Juan Ignacio Walker Cerda Comme Il Faut, the rights. Four faults, four, and there is a 1 for time as well for Juan Ignacio Walker Cerda. 4 faltas y 1 por exceso de tiempo también. And 53, 58, 53, 58, 1 time fault, and 4 for jumping in the first phase for Comme Il Faut. This is now Campari LS. La Silla is by Casal out of Sombra LS. And Sombra is by the great Carlo Magno LS. It is Hector Ortiz Galan. Campari LS, La Silla are next on course. final fence comes down as well for a total of 22 for Campari, LS, La Silla, and Héctor Ortiz Galán 35-62 con 22 faltas en total, total of 22 for this combination in 35-6-2, Campari, LS, La Silla. This is Puertas. Puertas Chanel is Argentinian bred. It's an 8-year-old by Chacon Blue and Veneur de la Roche. We're just rebuilding the final fences. So Puertas Chanel is next to go. It is Juan Carlos Alvarez del Castillo. Puertas Chanel es número 38. Número 38, number 38, Puertas Chanel, bred by Chacon Blue and Veneur de la Roche. For México, representando México, número 38. And that's a total of 8 for Puertas Chanel, 8 faltas. 8 faltas en la segunda fase, 34 segundos para Juan Carlos Alvarez del Castillo and Puertas Chanel with a total of 8. This is Stanley from the Winterbeek. Number 39 is joining us. It is Victor Manuel Sanchez Cantu. Stanley is Belgium bred. Belgium bred by Vigo Darsuy and Cassini Heinz. Stanley from the Winterbeek. Zero falta, zero para Stanley van de Winterbeek, 25-02, 25-02, and well placed in this two-star opening competition. Victor Manuel Sanchez Cantu, Stanley van de Winterbeek, the Belgian-bred stallion by Vigo Darsui Casinians and Lagos. And a brother as well to Carpe Diem Z, who jumps 145 with Richard Howley. Now this is an Overland Z. Overland Z was bred by Jorge Martinez, is a mare by Obelix, Zandor Z, and Corrofino 1. This is now number 40 before the halfway break. Antonio Maurer para Mexico, Overland Z. Se retira, deciding to retire in the first phase, Antonio Maurer para México con Overland Z. Se retira en esta prueba para los dos de estrellas, un 35 con Valentín Marcelo Treviño Correa en primer lugar y Satelit LS 2183 en el segundo lugar. Juan Bautista Vido Hortas en tercer es México, su Jorge Benacardillo. Our podium at the moment in this two-star 135s is Mexico's Valentín Marcelo Treviño Correa leading the standings in 21-83. Argentina's Juan Bautista Vido Hortas in second, and Mexico's Jorge Menacorrillo into third spot. We are halfway now, a short break, and then we are back with the second part of our two-star opening competition. Tenemos un break de 5 minutos, 5 minutes break, and then we are back with the second part of our two-star 135. Once again, a very warm welcome to this 5-star week, to the week of the Major League of Show Jumping Final 2026 here in Monterrey at the stunning setting of Club Hípico La Silla 2026.
Este amor de
Welcome back to our two-star 135 competition, ladies and gentlemen. It is Zar Elite LS leading with Valentin Marcelo Trebinho Correa, and now Pommelien M joining us. Pommelien in combination with Marco Antonio Canabati Agdopoulos, our first to go in the second bulk. Welcome back to our two-star competition. There goes the belt for the 11-year-old mare. Belgian bred is Pommelien M. Pommelien by Vigo Darsui and Nagano for Mexico number 41, numero 41. En este prueba para los 2 estrellas, un 35. Look at the time, 21.16 seconds, and that is leading now. Que el tiempo en primer lugar para México, Marco Antonio Carabati, Pommelien M, leading the standings, beating Valentin Marcelo Trebinho, beating 21.83. Now the challenge, 21.16, 21.16 segundos en primer lugar en esa prueba para los 2 estrellas. As we continue with another mare bred by Gustudlewitz, it's Coconut Dream 8. Now it is Casalco Contargos and Chaco Blue Mare and Juan José Seneca Salgado, Coconut Dream 8 for Mexico. That's a 4 faults, 4 penalties in the first phase for Coconut Dream 8. 4 faltas en la primera fase, just the final fence of that first phase coming down. Means no access to the second half for Coconut Dream. And Juan José Seneca Salgado con 4 faltas. This is now a Look MA, is Dutch bred KWPN, referring to Koninklijk Warmbloedpaard Nederland. It's Dantos Undercover, this mare, now 9 years of age, Look MA, and for Mexico, para México, bienvenido José Antonio Chedraui. Look MA is in the arena now. Cero falta, cero para Mexico. José Antonio Chedraui, look MA, finishing clear in both first and second phase in 25.41 seconds and ninth at the moment. This is number 44 now. We welcome Francisco Pasquel montando Elvin. And Elvin is a French-bred, self-français, son of Urano de Cartigny. And notre storyteller Nutria, number 44, is representing and defending the home nation. Representado México con Elvin. El tiempo de Marco Antonio Canavati es 21:16 segundos. 21:16 is to beat. Cero faltas, another beautiful clear and a 7th position provisionally for Elvin for this son of Urano de Cartigny 24.20. Cero faltas en 24 segundos para México, Francisco Pasquel. Beautiful rounds. The two-star 135 is led by Pommelin M, but this is Chabura now. And Chabura is another Oldenburger, daughter of Chacato, out of them by Kodik and Landadel. For you, number 45, número 45, y representado México también en Carlos Enrique Ojemek Morales y Chabura. The final fence once again. That final fence coming down for Chabura. 4 faltas para Carlos Enrique Ajemek Morales. Y Chabura 24-70. 4 faltas for in the second phase at that final obstacle, I'm afraid. So Pommelin M is still leading. Marco Antonio Canavati is leading the standings in 21-16. And now to Kesh Barbotiere and José Antonio Vallarta. Number 46 is joining us now. Number 46. Con este Kesh Barbotiere. Kesh is combining the French genes of Messire Ardon and Yago CX, bred in France. Clear all the way for José Antonio Vallarta, Cash Barbotier, son fort 0 faltas en bienvenido 71. En quinto lugar in fifth position goes for Cash Barbotier. But who can beat Pomlin M? Who can beat Marco Antonio Canabati? 21.16, 21.16 el tiempo. Mazateco LS is bred here at Club Hípico La Silla. Mazateco by Manzanillo LS and Simbat La Silla Cop Colunga Fernandez Mazateco LS. Clear, 0 falta, 0 también para México, Mazateco LS y Colunga Fernández 24.87. Clear performance in that second phase as well in 24.87. This Mazateco LS, a brother to Aleluya LS La Silla of Rafael Rodriguez y Sasa. Now to our next combination. That is number 48. It is Nadir HBC by Emir and Alicante for you, José Antonio Chedrabi, representado México con Nadir HBC. José Antonio Chedraui in great form, jumping clear in that second phase, concluding in the 26-8 for Nadir HBC, 0 faltas en la segunda fase, el tiempo de 26-28, 26-8. And there is La Ferrari, what's in a name, this Dutch bred mare, daughter of Verditian and Roven. KWPM bred is La Ferrari and Alberto Schwalmar, next combination for Chidi, number 49. Number 49 is La Ferrari, the rights. Se retira, deciding to retire the round of Alberto Schwalbe and La Ferrari. This Dutch bred mare, 10 years young by Verditi, and se retira. Nesta prueba para los dos estrellas, 1:35. The two-star 1:35, dominated by the home nation. It's Mexico in first and second position, with Marco Antonio Canavati and Valentin Marcelo Treviño in 21:16 to catch. As this is now Sergio Agustin Aguilar Sodello and Moesman de Lies ESC, a stallion joining us. Stallion that is Dutch bred too by Glen out of a dam. A dam that produced Applaus and Zuidhoeve, both 160 references. The dam is by Hugo and Gondelier. This is a strong Dutch breeding. And Moesman de Lies ES. ES refers to Egbert Scheppe, the breeder of Moesman de Lies. Con cuatro faltas para Sergio Agustín Aguilar Sodello y Moesman de Lies ES en 23.84, 23.84, and that's for jumping there round in the second phase. And there goes well on the beautiful grounds of Club Hípico La Silla for I Am Charles. I Am Charles was bred by Marie Courage and is a stallion by Untouchable Ideal de la Loge and the King's Road. The dam has jumped on 145 level with Marie de Monte, and that dam is a sister to Natasha Delaunay of Hanna Mitirineo. This is Ivana Fernandez Huerta y I Am Charles. 4 faults in the first phase. So for I Am Charles, the cell from Brett Stalin by Untouchable and Ideal de la Logie, Ivana Fernández Huerta 49.59 segundos con 4 faltas en la primera fase, 4 faults in the first phase. Then it ends after fence number 8 for I Am Charles. Connery now. Connery is Swedish warm blood. It's a son of common sense and Ludwig's a champion for you, Jimena Milmo y Connery para México. Cero faltas para México, Jimena Milmo, Connery, and 24.65, 24.65, and that's a beautiful position in our standing 10th at the moment for the home nation. Hector Carolenes con Hornorm La Martinière. We welcome in a few moments' time a home representative, a Mexican rider with a French breeding product. It's a son of Candy de Nantwell, the great Grand Prix sire of Penelope Le Prévost, then to Alegreto and Muguet du Manoir, Hornorm La Martinière, the previous rider of Geoffroy de Coligny, but now with Hector Carro, Hornorm La Martinière, representando México, número 53. Zero faltas son fotonom la martinière Hector Caroline zero faltas en 27 segundos 27-7 and double zero score for this combination in our 2-star 135 challenge. And then to Doha. Doha is zangers Heidebred, daughter of Dieu Merci van TNL, jumped Grand Prix with Frederik Vernaat and Landina Z is the dam to Doha. Landina Z by Lancer River. Patricio Pasquel para México también, número 54 con Doha de Dieu Merci van TNL. The final fence comes down as well for a total of 8. It's Patricio Pascal and Doha coming home in 26-5 with a total of 8. 8 faltas, 26-25 para Patricio Pascal. This is then a 50-50, an experienced offspring that's bred by Varant and Favoritas in combination with Jaime Martinez. 50-50 para Mexico for the home nation. It's number 55 now with a time to beat in hands of Marco Antonio Canavati of 21.16. Four faults and 5 for exceeding the time allowed as well for 50-50. 57-90 con 5 por exceso del tiempo, 9 faltas, 9 in total. Aim the first phase for Jaime Martinez and 50-50. Bombay Baluzet now with us with Juan Manuel Luzardo representa Uruguay para Uruguay número 56. Bombay Baluzet is a stallion zangerzijde bred by Baloo du Rochester Zets and Slamsville Peruvian dam line 2 with his bamboo Baluzet dam is Chica Zet Rochester Zet. Bombay Baluzet y para Uruguay Juan Manuel Luzardo. Four faults, four penalties for Bombay Baluzet and Juan Manuel Luzardo. En la primera fase, 4 faltas 50, 98, 50.98. And so it is still 21-16 to beat the challenge ad of Cassidy. Cassidy Ray now riding Escorial K. That's a German breeding. Oldenburger bred is his mare by Chaco's son. And Epsom Gizmer. Cassidy Ray next to go, number 59 for Canada, Escorial K. The final fence, that final vertical comes down because look at the time, 20.59. But it's a 4 faults, 4 faltas, but against the rainy Escorial Cabiente, 59.25.9 was faster than Marco Antonio Canavati, but then just not on that leading position, on that leading seat, Casti Rain for Canada. BMS Atlantico, this is La Silla breeding with Sport Atlantos de Casiniains, it is Atlántico Andrés Azcárraga, representando México, número 60, number 60 is now with us. That's no access to the second phase, I'm afraid. The fence goes down in the first half there. 4 penalties it is. 4 faltas para México. Andrés Descarga y Dimes Atlántico. En la primera fase, 51-53, 51.53 and 4 in the first phase. This is Juan Bautista Viruti Hortas was leading for quite some time with Chagigi PSC. And now in the arena with his second talent with de zangerzijde stallion by Cominfo, Coupe de Coeur en Landor S. A stallion named the champion de Bozette. This is a stallion bred in the stables of Philip Bormans in Belgium, champion de Bozette. And Juan Bautista Viruti Hortas representado Argentina for Argentina. Now 21.28 en segundo lugar para Argentina. 21-28, 21-8. That was a close call, but 21-16 is still leading Argentina's Juan Bautista Viruti Hortas now in second and segundo lugar. Y en cuarto también in the fourth two with Chagigi PS with champion de Bozette. He's now sitting in second position. Action then, the Oldenburger, bred by Ecuestre and Contendros 2. This is Francisco Mendoza, now on course for the Mexican flag, representando Mexico, Francisco Mendoza. Coming home with the 4 faults and the first phase for Actiel and Francisco Mendoza con 4 faltas. 52-49 en la primera fase. 4 faults in the first phase for Mexico. This is our next combination now, named Nocando and Elizabeth Montserrat Guajardo Ayala. Nocando is a Swedish warmblood. We now welcome this 9-year-old, an offspring by the great Canato and Lordanos. Es para México, número 64, Nocando, Elizabeth Montserrat Guajardo Ayala. With 8 faults in the first phase for Nocamdo, the Swedish warm blood, and the Mexican rider Lisbeth Monserrat Guajardo con 8 faltas en esta primera fase, tiempo de 49.14, 49.14 seconds. Then from Nocamdo to this Mexican bred Tecali LS La Silla, a mare bred here at Stedbook La Silla, is Tecali by Riscal La Silla, German LS La Silla et La Loc La Silla, and the dam is Tulik LS La Silla, the very best of La Silla breeding with Tecali LS La Silla. Ignacio Baerro are next to go for Ecuador, and Tecali LS La Silla. Cero faltas, cero para Tecali LS La Silla. Ignacio Baerro into 6th place with his beautiful double clear in 22.35, but 21.16 is still leading. Who can beat Pomeli M and Marco Antonio Canavati? Fortaleza is now, well, not yet. First of all, it's Chamber. Chamber with 3 is our next combination now. It is Federico Fernandez con Chamber, Holsteiner, bred by Charleston. And Quebec 90 para México, número 67, es Federico Fernandez. With four faults, four penalties for Chamber and Federico Fernandez, 4 faltas en 24-47, 24.47. Jumpstart SIH now, bred by the Heemstra family in the Netherlands, the daughter of Zirocco Blue and numero uno Antonio Maurer, Mexico, for the home nation, number 68. Deciding to retire is Jumpstar SIH. Antonio Maurer se retira en esta prueba para los dos estrellas, retiring with the Jumpstar bred by Zirocco Blue número uno and Cartago Z. Napoleon M, 7 years young, this son of Nerrado and Landoso, Holsteiner bred, and Juan José Salinas, Napoleon M, número 69. El tiempo de Marco Antonio Canavati es de 21:16. It's still 21:16. The time to catch. That's a 4, I'm afraid, at the end of 4, Napoleon M con 4 faltas en la segunda fase, en 24:47, Napoleon M y Juan José Salinas with a score of 4, concluding in the second phase. Now to Canan JR with Ana Sofía Legoreta Hernández para México también, número 70. Horse and riders seem to be all right. So, okay, thank you for that. That was Juan Jose Sardinas and Napoleon M. So all is okay. And then we continue with Kanana Karanjiar and Ana Sofía Legoreta Hernández, número 70 en esa prueba para los dos estrellas. The time to beat is still in the hands of Pommelin M and Marco Antonio Canavati, 21.16 to beat. The time ahead of Ana Sofía Legoreta Hernández. Cero faltas para México. Ana Sofía Legoreta Hernández, Karan JR with a clear, jumping towards a time of 25.59 seconds, 25.59 y cero faltas para México. This is now Kamikaze, and this is Patricio Pascal taking his shot once again in our field of this two-star opening class. Kamikaze is 9 years young, son of Canato and numero uno Patricio Pascal, montando Kamikaze, and is representing Mexico as well, number 71. There's the final fence in the first phase coming down for 4 penalties. Patricio Pascal and Kamikaze 50.15. 4 faltas en la primera fase 50-15, 51.5. And so that's just the 4 for Patricio Pascal. Raspberry is Mexican bred. It's the son of Meinlot Cartago and WH Conrad. This lovely 9-year-old now, Raspberry, and number 72, número 72. En esta prueba para los dos estrellas, Juan José Sendega Salgado y Raspberry. And there is your new leader. Con 4 faltas, 4 en la segunda fase para Naya García. Galvez corrina las agujas 28-18, 28.18, and 4 penalties. As there is one fence coming down in the second phase for this corrina las agujas. Only UZs were slowly reaching the end of our two-star opening competition with still a challenge of 22-3. It is Nicole Velasco Magana, only UZ. De zangerzij, the 14-year-old mare, daughter of Urbanus and Prince de Revel, para México número 78, as only UZs. Hey, it is 8 faltas, 8-23-86, 23.86 for this only UZ and for Nicola Velasco Magana, the 14-year-old zangerzij, the bred only UZs. DMS My Lord Cezanne R8. That's a mouthful stallion that is La Silla bred Mexican breeding product of My Lord Cartago. Kidam and Zois, and the dam jumped 160 Grand Prix. The dam to this lovely stallion is Gizanne, jumped 160 in the past with Andres Rosarena. Is our next combination now with Rodolfo Gomez, DMS My Lord Cezanne for Mexico, para México, número 79. Clear all the way for Rodolfo Gomez, DMS Minelord Cezanne 2470 is the time on the clock in the second phase, and that's a 0 score. Cero faltas también para México. Es Rodolfo Gómez y DMS Minelord Cezanne, cero faltas en 24:70. Karimo SN, and now to our number 80, our 18th competitor in our 2-star 135 challenge is Hector Ortiz Jalan. Karimo SN, Karimo by Kannan, and Clarimo, the Swedish Warmbloods. Four faults, four penalties in the first phase for this combination. For Mexico, 4 faltas en la primera fase. En esta prueba para los dos estrellas. For four penalties, Karimo SN, Hector Ortiz, Karimo, the Swedish Warmblood. As we head to our final four combinations in the 135s, it's Armitage Balou. Now, it is Armitage Balou is combining the DNA of Héritage de Huy and Balou Gold. Now, to our number 81, 81 is Armitage Balou. Manuel Senderos Fernandez, number 81 is next. Eight penalties in the round of Manuel Senderos Fernandez and Armitage Balou are con 8 faltas 26.79, 26.79 on the clock in the second phase with a balance of 8 for Armitage Balou. This is Contessa SM is number 82, number 82 con John Perez Bomba, Colombia, representing Colombia with his Contessa, combining Deportivos La Silla and Contendro. It is Contendro 1 en Calasca de CMI, Contessa SM. 8 faults in the first phase, 8 penalties for John Perez-Bom and Contessa SM con 8 faltas en el tiempo 51-57. 8 in the first phase there for John Perez-Bom and Contessa SM. Nicolas Pizarro, our penultimate combination aimed this 135. This is the mare, German bred, an Oldenburger bred mare, named Coco Jumbo Girl PS. Bred by Paul Chocomeur, Chacon Blue, out of Contargos. Number 83 is Nicolas Pizarro para Mexico, Mexico. Cero faltas, 24 segundos, 24 seconds flat, and that is a fantastic clear from Coco Jumbo Girl PS and Nicolas Pizarro, 24 seconds exactly. Last to go in this competition for our two-star riders, the two-star opener of this week. It is Benjamin Romo Cantu, Tignanello Z, the Talube Z numero uno stallion, now 9 years young, are last to go to beat 20.23 seconds. Eight for Benjamin Romo and Tignanello Z, 8 faltas en la primera fase, 8 in the first phase in 49.13. And with that, we conclude our opening competition. We conclude our two-star 135s. An amazing win for the home nation. El ganador para México, Juan José Senega Salgado, Raspberry Ambiente 23 segundos. Felicidades, congratulations to our champion. Second position for Marco Antonio Canavati and Pommelin M. Juan Bautista Birute Hortas in third and tercer lugar con champion de Bozet. And cuarto lugar in fourth place is Valentin Marcelo Treviño Zarelit LS. Juan Bautista in fifth as well with Chakigi PSA. Prize giving is coming up in a few moments time. The celebration of our winner our first champion from this week here in Monterrey at Concurso de Salto da Silla during the second 5-star week and the week where we host for the first time in history the Major League of Show Jumping final of the 2026 season. In a few moments' time, our celebration, our prize giving of the 2-star 135 competition winner for Juan Jose Seneca Salgado and Raspberry. Stay with us. Prize giving, ladies and gentlemen, of the 2-star 135 challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, prize giving of the 2-star 135 competition. We start with a combination ending in 5th place. En quinto lugar, felicidades para Argentina con Chakiki Pese, Juan Bautista Piriti Hortas in 5th place. En quinto lugar, congratulations. We are congratulating our top 5 of this 2-star competition. En cuarto lugar, felicidades para México for the donation. Valentín Marcelo Treviño is our Elite LS. En cuarto lugar para México for Mexico in 4th place. third, going to champion the Bull Z, and going once again to Juan Bautista Birito Hortas para Argentina. En tercer lugar con champion the Bull Z. And segundo lugar, in second place, we have for congratulations to Marco Antonio Canavati and Pomlin M. And segundo in second for the home nation. But the champion, the first champion of the week is Raspberry. Felicidades, el ganador para México, Juan José Senega Salgado, the champion for Mexico. And as it is an international competition, ladies and gentlemen, dear riders, can I kindly ask you to please face the flag? We will listen now to the national anthem of the winning nation, el himno nacional de México. Mexico, el ganador, Juan José Senega Salgado at Raspberry. And then we are all set for the lap of honor. Vuelta de la Victoria para el ganador, the winners, and of course, up front, the champion of our 135. Felicidades, el ganador para Mexico, Juan José Senega Salgado, y Raspberry, the champion. El ganador para México, Juan José Senega Salgado, Raspberry. Segundo lugar in second, Marco Antonio Canavati, Pomlin M. Juan Bautista Birito Hortas, champion of Z. Valentin Marcelo Trevino Zarelite, LSC are winners of the two-star 135s. And with that, we drop the curtains over our first competition of the week, ladies and gentlemen. The two-star 135 two-phase. But in right about 1 hour time, at 2:50, we are opening the curtains for the very first 5-star class of the week with the very best riders from around the world in the exciting